So hello everyone. Today we'll be creating a quiz game, simple quiz game. So we'll be making use of OpenTDB API. And let's start. So I'll be creating the HTML file, index.html. Also, I'll just create CSS file. So let's start with the HTML. I'll just create the basic HTML template. So I'll just give the title to quiz game, right? And let's start writing the HTML code. So initially what I'll do is I'll just consider the parent div and give the class name of container. Sorry, this has to be container. And next what I'll do, I'll just take three divs. First div will be, I'll just take the div with the ID name question. So I'll not write anything inside the div. I'll just copy paste the same thing. So next I'll just give the ID name choices, and the next one will be a result. So after this one, I'll just be considering one button with the ID next button. So I'll name the button as next question. So whenever we click on this button, we have to move to the next question. So this is it for the HTML. I'll just format this once and let's start writing the CSS. So initially I want to make use of the Poppins font. So I'll just open the Chrome. I'll just fetch for Poppins font. Click on the first link, get font, get embed code, import, and I'll just copy this one and paste it over here. So next what I'll do, I'll just make use of the body. Again, I'll go here. I'll just copy the first line, this font family, Poppins, sans serif. We are making use of the Poppins as primary font, and the secondary font for this project will be sans serif. So next, what I'll be doing, next we'll write this style for this one, container, right? I'll just copy this one, paste it over here. So max width will be 600 pixel, margin 0 and auto, and I'll just make use of the text align center, right? Next will be styling for, so did I miss anything here? So I'll just give, after the container, I'll just make use of the h1 tag and I'll just give quiz game of, just quiz game. So I'll just copy this h1. Let's style for this one. So I'll just give margin bottom of 20 pixel. Let's design for question. This is ID, so we'll be making use of hash. Question, I'll be making use of font size of 20 pixel. Also margin bottom of 20 pixel. Next, what we'll be doing, I'll just make use of choices. Just make use of hash and I'll give choices. Just make use of the margin bottom 20 pixel, right? Next, I'll just make use of choices button. This is not from the HTML. We'll be making use of this HTML in the JavaScript. So I'll just write it now itself. So let me give the font size of 16 pixel, padding 10 and 20 pixel horizontally and vertically, and margin of 5 pixel. Cursor, I'll consider pointer. Border, just 1 pixel solid, and I'll just be giving CCC. And also border radius, let's consider 5 pixel, and the background color finally, I'm just giving F9, F9, F9. So this is it for the choices button, and let's copy the same thing, choices button. Let's design choices button when hovered, right? So I'll just consider hover. I'll just give some dark background color. So this I'll consider it as E9, E9, E9. So this is one thing. Next, let's design for the ID result, right? This one. So I'll just copy this one and paste it over here. So result font size, I'll be making use of font size with 18 pixel, and also the margin bottom of 20 pixel, right? This is one thing. Next, we'll be designing for next button, right? So this one, I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So what we'll be doing, I'll just consider font size of 16 pixel, padding of 10 pixel and 20 pixel, horizontal and vertical, and cursor pointer. So border, I'll be taking none. Border radius 5 pixel. Background color 007 BFF. So this is one thing. Color I'll be given white. So this is it for the next button. Let's copy the same thing. Sorry, one second. Let's copy the same thing. Right on hover, right? So I'll just be giving the darker background color for this one. I'll just take 56 B3. So I'll just format this one as well. So what I have done is I have installed an extension called Live Server. This one. One second. This one. What it does is, so suppose if you make changes in the HTML, the changes will directly get reflected in the browser. Instead of reloading the page again and again to see the changes, we can make use of the extension. So let me close this, give the right click and click on Open with Live Server. So let's wait for some time. Yeah, initially, I think I haven't linked the style sheet. One second. Yeah, just make use of link and give the path, the name style.css. So let's check again. So yeah, initially what we have to do, initially it is showing like this. Now, by making use of JavaScript, what we have to do, initially we have to display the question, and also we'll be making use of multiple choices. So on clicking of the next question, we have to display the questions as well, right? So initially on the page load, we have to display the question with the multiple choices. Also, when we click on the next button, we have to display the question with multiple choices. We have to make the game with certain questions. Like the game has to end for at least we can consider some 8 to 10 questions, and we have to end the game finally. So here I'll be considering 10 questions. So these things we'll be doing with the help of JavaScript. So let me create the JavaScript file first, index.js. So I'll include this one within HTML by making use of the script tag. Script src, I'll just give index.js, right? This is the first thing. Let's start writing the JavaScript code. So initially what we'll do, we'll initialize the variable for what? To keep the track of current position index and also the array to store questions, right? For that one, I'll just take let current question index, I'll be giving 0, and also I'll just take I'll name the variable questions and I'll consider the empty array. Next, what I have to do, I'll just consider the function to fetch the questions. By what? From an external API. We'll make use of async and await inside that one. So what I'll do, I'll just comment it out and write. We'll consider the function to fetch questions from an external API asynchronously. So I'll just make use of function fetch questions, right? So inside this, I'll just make use of the try and catch block. So initially what I'll do is I'll just consider the variable response. So they'll be making use of fetch and also we'll give the API. So let's open the Chrome and search for OpenTDB quiz API, right? So let's open the first link and here let me give multiple choice and generate API URL. So I'll just click on the API button. So what I'll do, I'll copy this first one, right? OpenTDB.com API. This one I'll just be copying. What I'll do, I'll just paste it over here and also I'll just keep type equals multiple. Type equals multiple. What does it indicate? This one. So we are choosing the type multiple choice for the questions, right? This one we'll be making use of. So I'll just open this. I'll just make use of async and await. Async and await. What does async does? It will return the promise and await makes the function wait for the promise, right? So I'll just, if you are making use of async, we have to make use of await as well. So here, next, we'll pass it as a JSON. So for that one, I'll just be taking the variable name data, and again I'll be making use of await response.json. So next what I'll be doing, we have to store the fetch questions in the questions array. So for that one, I'll just be making use of questions result. So I'll just comment this one and write store the fetched questions in the questions array. Next, what we have to do on the initial page load, whenever we load the page initially, right, we have to display the first question, right? For that one, I'll just be calling the function, the same function, just copy this one and paste it over here. So I'll just comment it out and write display the first question. So this is it for the try. So next what we'll do, we'll make use of catch to handle the error, right? So for that one, I'll just make use of the console log or error. I'll just make use of the console log I'll just give error fetching questions. I'll just call the error again, right? So what does this one do? It will log any error during fetching. So I'll just comment it out and write log any errors that occur during fetching. So this is what it does. So next one, what I will do is we'll create a function to display the current question and its choices. So for that one, I'll just comment this out and write. It will be easy to understand. So this is the function to display current question and its choices, right? I'll just make use of the function, just give the name display codes. So next what I'll do is this has to be display question. Sorry, why have I written codes? Display question. Let's get the references to the element in the HTML, right? For that one, what I'll be considering, I'll just give the variable name question element. Where it is coming from, we'll just make use of document.getElement by ID. So this is coming from here, question ID, right? I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So this is the first thing. I'll just copy paste the same thing twice. So I'll just change the name to name from question element to choices element, right? This will be choices, this one. Let me copy this one and replace here, right? Next, it would be current question. So where this is coming from, it is coming from here. I mean, not this one, sorry. I'll just remove this one. It would be questions, and the array will be giving current question index. Current question index, initially we have given 0, right? This we are passing here inside the array. So this one. Next, what we'll do is we will display the question text. I'll just comment it out and write display the question text. We'll be making use of question element dot inner HTML current question dot question. So question. Next, what we'll do, I'll just make use of choices element dot inner HTML will assign the value empty string. So why we are assigning the empty string, I'll just comment it out and write, we'll just clear any previous choices from the HTML if found any, right? So that is the reason we'll be giving the empty string. So I'll just write it, clear any previous choice from the HTML. This is it. Next, what we'll be doing, we'll display the incorrect choices, right? We have to display the incorrect choices as well as the correct choices and assign the event listener to each of the choices for checking the answer, right? So I'll just comment this and I'll just write display incorrect choices as buttons and assign an event listener to each for checking the answer. So first what I'll do is just make use of the current question, incorrect answers, I'll just make use of the for each this time. Then consider choice, individual choice. Let me take the variable name choice button. We have to create the element. For that one, I'll make use of document dot create element, or what we are creating, we'll be creating the button. So next, this would be choice button. We'll be making use of the text content. We'll be assigning it as choice. Next, choice button class list, add, it will be choice button. We are adding. Then choice button, I'll be making use of on click, check answer auth, choice. Will append the choice button, right? For that we'll be making use of choice button, append child of choice button. So this is it for the incorrect choices. Next, we have to display the, I'll just copy this one. We have to display the correct choice this time as a button and assign an event listener, right? For checking the answer. This one will be display correct choices and assign event listener for checking the answer. So next, what we'll be doing is, I'll just consider the variable name correct choice button. So I'll be making use of document. We'll just create the button. So create element. We're making use of create element. What will create? Button. So next, I'll just copy the same thing. And I'll just copy this whole line. Let me paste it over here. This would be correct choice button, right? Text content would be current question, correct answer. So next, I'll be making use of class list. What we'll be adding? We'll be adding choice button this time. So earlier I have said we'll design for the choice button, right? It will be making use of that HTML inside the JavaScript. So here, this one, right? Choice button. So this one, basically, it has to be choice button, not choices button. Yeah. This is the one we have designed for. And we'll just continue with the JavaScript part. Choice button, right? Next. So I'll make use of the on click. Again, check answer, current question. We'll check for the correct answer. Next, choices element will be making use of. We will make use of append child. Will be given. Sorry, 1 second. Correct, it has to be right. Yeah, correct choice button. So for now, this is it. So next, what we'll be doing, we'll be writing the function to check if the selected choice is correct. So whatever the choice we make, right, in the multiple choice. So we'll be writing the function to check if the selected choice is correct. And also we have to display the result, right? Either we are displaying the result as correct or incorrect. For that one, we'll be writing the function. Yeah, I'll just create the function with name check answer. So I'll just pass the parameter choice. I'll just take the variable name, result element. We'll be making use of document dot get element by ID of, will be giving a result. Where is result coming from? Here. I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. Result. We are just getting the references. Getting reference to the result element in the HTML, right? So next I'll just consider variable name, current question. I'll just make use of questions of current question index. Initially we have assigned it to 0, right? That one. So next we'll be comparing the selected choice with the correct answer. And we also want to display the result accordingly, right? So for that one, I'll just make use of if condition. I'll give if choice equals current question of, it has to be correct answer, right? If it is, then we'll make use of the result element dot text content. I'll just assign it correct. So else result element text content, I'll just assign it incorrect. So this is it. Next we'll write one more question, and this will one more function, and this will be the last function. What it does is we have to move the function, it's a function we are writing to move to the next question or restart the quiz if the quiz gets finished. So I'll just comment it out and write, this is the function to move to the next question or restart the quiz if it's finished. So initially on payload, on page load, so we have to display the question along with the multiple choices, and whenever we click on the button, we have to by making use of API, we'll be generating so the random question as well as the multiple choices, right? So I'll just make use of function I'll name it as next question. So inside that, I'll be making use of result. Sorry, this has to be result element variable name. So I'll just make use of document dot get element by ID, and I'll be giving result. Result is coming from here. I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it over here. So this one. Next, I'll be making use of result element. So text content, I'll just be giving empty string. Why empty string? Will clear any previous result messages, right? So I'll just comment it out and write here so that it will be easy to understand. Clear any previous result messages. So this is one thing. Next, I'll be making use of current question index. I'll just be incrementing it. Why we are incrementing it? We have to move to the next question, right? That is what this function does. Move to the next question, right? Next, I'll be making use of the if condition. So if current question index, if it is less than length of the question, then we'll make use of this one. Wait 1 second. Display question, this function. Alright, I'll just copy this one. I'll just paste it over here. So why we are making use of the display question function? We have to display the next question if it is available, right? Just make use of display the next question if available. So this is one thing. Else, what we'll do, I'll just make use of the alert quiz finished. This is one thing. And also set the current question index to 0. What this does, we'll just reset the question index to restart the quiz. So next, I'll be making use of 1 second. This one, fetch questions, right? I'll be making use of this function. So what this does is, it restarts the quiz by fetching new questions. So finally, we'll call the fetch questions function again outside. Why we are calling this one? We are calling this function because when the page loads, it has to start the quiz. This is it for the JavaScript. So I'll just format this once. So just go to style.css, format this once as well. So let's check now. Something is not working. We are not getting this thing, right? So what we have done wrong is, Let's check. So here, instead of fetch questions, it has to be display question. So this is one thing. I'll just paste it over here. Display question. This is one thing. So yeah, this one, this has to be choices element, right? This we shouldn't append the choice button to choice button itself. Instead, we have to make use of the choices element and append it to the choice button. So these changes we have to do. Let's format this once and check again. So we're still not getting the question right. Let's check again. And also I missed one thing. This has to be data.results from the API, right? This has to be results, not the result. So let's check once again now. So yeah, now it is displaying the question as well as we are getting the multiple choices, right? So in Big Hero 6, what were Baymax motion model after? So I have seen the Baymax movie, but I don't know proper answer. Let me give baby bears simply, and it is incorrect. So it is baby penguins, okay? Fine. Let's go with the next question. So next question, we are not getting the next question as well, right? Let's check once again. So what we'll do is, come to the, let's check the function check answer, right? Here what I'll do is, I'll just make use of the set timeout and I'll just be giving the next question along with the 1000, right? So this is what I'll do. Let's check once again. So yeah, just reload. Yeah, what is King after called? I don't know. I'll just give New Jersey, India after certain time, as we have the as we have given the set timeout. It is working. Which small country is located between the borders of France and Spain? I'll just give the random answers for now. I'll just check whether after 10 questions the game has to end, right? So that I'll just check. Just give this one. 5 questions are over, right? 6, 7, so 8. So that's correct. 9. So we have finished the 10 questions, right? And after 10 questions, we are getting the alert quiz finished. So everything is working perfectly. And then again, the quiz starts from the beginning. So everything is working perfectly. You can just improve this one. You can have level. Also, you can design it in a good way. There is also, there is always a place for improvement, right? So this is it for this project. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching.